Hello, Gainesville community. Good to be with you again tonight as we continue on Wednesday night. We're going to transition a little bit out of Samuel, where we were talking about Saul and David. And tonight we're going to look at a psalm, and it's entitled Meditations on the Excellencies of the Word of God. And so with that, it's the 119th psalm, beginning in the first verse. We're going to read through 16. Blessed are the undefiled in the way, who walk in the law of the Lord. Blessed are those who keep his testimonies, who seek him with a whole heart. They also do no iniquity. They walk in his ways. You have commanded us to keep your precepts diligently. Oh, that my ways were directed to keep your statutes. Then I would not be ashamed. When I look into all your commandments, I will praise you with uprightness of heart. When I learn your righteous judgments, I will keep your statutes. Oh, do not forsake me utterly. How can a man cleanse his way? By taking heed according to your word. With my whole heart I have sought you. Oh, let me not wander from your commandments. Your word I have hidden in my heart, that I might not sin against you. Blessed are you, O Lord. Teach me your statutes with my lips. I have declared all the judgments of your mouth. I have rejoiced in the way of your testimonies, as much as in all riches. I will meditate on your precepts and contemplate your ways. I will delight myself in your statutes. I will not forget your word. Many books are written to help people find the meaning of life, to find some sense of happiness. People spend their life engaged in all types of pursuits that might bring them happiness. Many are striving for bigger and better houses and cars and even families and those type things. Many are trying to seek an escape. They're looking at the difficulties of society, and they don't want to participate, and sometimes they just try to find the good time wherever that is. There are many who are pursuing freedom by rejecting responsibilities and really kind of living from one day to the next without really thinking about anything or planning for anything, and they only care for themselves. Many pursue fame and fortune with hopes that somehow it will fill the emptiness of their life. Many will go from one relationship to the next, thinking the next relationship will be the one that fulfills me, only to be disappointed and then to go out and find another one that might fill the hole. Hollywood, sports figures, actors, all kinds of things. I think they really reveal to us something about the pursuit of the good life. They seem to have it all together, and yet somehow they wind up on the news constantly for a drug overdose, committing suicide, doing something that we find terrible, yet they're the people who we think that have it all together and have the most, and they have the good life. I think the psalmist here is kind of addressing us all. He takes a different position, and he really says, how is chasing after every whim with all of your heart working out for you? You've seen it all over the place, people trying, but it's not working. He shares with us what the real blessing is. And he shares with us that it's about seeking God, and it's about trying to fulfill what God has called us to, and following his precepts and being obedient to him with all of our hearts. Being made complete, not in our own pursuit of things, but recognizing that God is what completes us. And he begins to tell us about that in these quests for understanding. I think what he really says is, perhaps you have tried everything else that you can possibly find in this world to provide some peace and happiness. Why not just give God a try? Nothing else seems to work. Wherever you are in your stage of life, you could be a teenager, you could be a young adult, you could be an older adult. And maybe you haven't really recognized the significance of what God means for your life. Stop pursuing everything else. Pursue God, and everything else will come into order. I think that's what the psalmist is saying to us. Blessings on you as you go your way this week. I look forward to seeing you again soon.